Our next guest here on One Way to Find Out is a local athlete. He has been with us for over 6 years, started training with us in COVID. He's a speed guy, has created potential really from his hard work and dedication to his craft and honing in on the speed and agility side of things, knocking on the door to all the perfect game and PBR events, has worked his way up the ladder. Hoover High School starter from ninth grade year, all the way through his varsity year. Tennessee commit. Depending on when you watch this episode, he might or might not have just been drafted. Please welcome to the show, Jaxson Wood. All right, come on, man. We got Jaxson Wood here today. Fired up to have him on the podcast with us. And Jaxson, this is kind of a full circle moment for me with Tinsley Performance. Jackson's been with us since 2020 when COVID hit and been training consistently. I think he's top 3 athletes of all time with Tinsley Performance on number of sessions trained.
I appreciate that.
And so it just pays off. And so really wanted to get into the podcast today and let the people know what makes him great and what has developed you physically, mentally, and spiritually through Tinsley Performance, through training, through baseball, through life, and really who you are today. Jaxson is a speed guy, committed to Tennessee out of his 8th grade year, which is wild. That can't even happen anymore, right?
No, you can't.
The rules.
Now it's junior year, so.
Yeah, so they can't even talk to you until junior year.
Yeah, August 1st, your junior year now. So it was kind of a weird period because I committed and then they had the rule change, so I couldn't talk to the coaches for a whole year.
Really?
Yeah, so I went to a camp and I could talk to them, but I couldn't talk to them like over the phone or anything for a whole year after I was able to.
So they got you coming to all the camps. You can chat with them.
Yes, sir.
That's a crazy time. And there's a lot of changes going on right now with NIL and all the madness of college athletics as it is. But, so again, speed guy, Tennessee commit, possibility of getting drafted in a couple of weeks. At the time we're shooting this podcast, the draft has not happened. So we're in that middle ground, like you're about to report in a couple of weeks to Tennessee, and then you'll spend about a week there. You'll come back and watch the draft with your family, and then figure out what's going to happen after that. So crazy times. Just tell I guess the listeners who you are, a little bit about yourself, on and off the field, and what makes Jaxson Wood.
Yeah. So I guess you said it. I committed to Tennessee in 8th grade. So I'm just been a baseball player, my whole life, really. Or not really my whole life, actually. I would say from COVID on, that's what I kind of dedicated my life to was baseball.
Was it multiple sports before then?
No, it wasn't. So I really, didn't even – I played baseball, but I wasn't really, all the way into it. I wasn't dedicated, I would say. There were, seasons that I wouldn't play fall season. I'd just, be on and off without baseball. But really over COVID, was whenever I really, dedicated all my time into baseball and I guess getting involved in church and stuff like that. So that was pretty much my whole life. And so
2020 hits, everything gets shut down.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to dedicate everything I have to baseball, or is that this is kind of the only thing that I have right now, I'm just going to go all in on baseball?
My dad kind of got me into it. I started playing with a travel team. I started going to the facility, and your place was actually in the facility.
That's right.
So I kind of just started working out there every day. Started hitting and stuff. There's nothing else to do. Everything else was closed up. That place is the only place open. So
that's right.
I kind of
we closed for a little bit.
Yeah.
We opened back up.
We got started with your place, and then I kind of just really fell in love with the game and everything. That was the only thing I was able to do during COVID. And, I really fell in love with it from there. And then that's whenever everything just kind of took off. So,
come on.
Yeah.
So starting a legit training regimen, 2020, it's 2026 right now. You're how old?
18.
So 12 years old, you're starting up. I would probably say you averaged 2.5 to 3 days a week over the entire 6 years, knowing that in season was a little bit hit or miss, but off season you're there 4 or 5 days a week. So testament to your dad, testament to the commitment that you made at an early age, and obviously it's gotten you to the point where you're going to go play at one of the most prestigious and high level colleges in the country and have the opportunity to get drafted, which is awesome. But What do you feel like from that process, like, separated you? I mean, you've gone to the Perfect Game deal. You've gone to all the different camps and showcases and clinics. What do you feel like separates you from a training perspective and also, like, on the field?
Yeah, I think from a training perspective, just being consistent, like just coming in every day, or every day that you're open or that I can come, like being consistent. And I think really like coming in here, there's other high level athletes, so I think it really pushes me to kind of be better and be like more disciplined, because you can't like slack off in here. There's people holding you accountable and stuff like that. So I think that really helps, and that just builds up over time, and I think that really correlates into confidence in the field. And I think that just kind of sends me in the right trajectory on the field to be able to be confident as possible. And like baseball's 90% mental, so
just like physical.
Yeah, exactly. And you got both of those covered in Intensity Performance.
Yeah, come on, dude. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's a unique environment. I mean, you're bumping shoulders with our pro guys. I mean, multiple big leaguers and 30-plus pro guys in the off season. So if you don't know, so at Jaxson, this is kind of a segue to the next question or next comment. But like, so Jaxson was in like more of a hybrid role at school this past year. Yeah. And then maybe even the year before?
Yes, sir. A little bit before the year before. So not as much, but
he was able to come in and train with us at Tensor Performance in the mornings. You had like one class like midday, and then you started your baseball practice afterwards, which is a really unique and cool opportunity. But just from the Tensor Performance side and the training side, and whether it's Tensor Performance or any other private facility, being able to bump shoulders with pro guys, bump shoulders with other elite high schools in the area, and kind of stack yourself up from a physical side of it, speed and agility side of it, because you can stack yourself up in the game because like you're playing competition in game, but like there's not really another way other than going to a private facility to be able to see what your 10-yard split looks like next to a couple of guys next to you. Your 60, your 30, your miles per hour, your barbell velocity sensors. So like, kind of tell me what that looked like from your perspective, or why that was valuable.
Yeah. Well, I would come in here at 9 o'clock every morning. There would be 30 pro guys here, probably 10 big leaguers, you'd say. So just being able to go out there and do sprint work and lift with them, and kind of like obviously they're 27, 28, some of them are 30. I'm 18, but just being able to compete against them in the weight room and like doing sprint work and stuff just really kind of pushes me a little bit extra to kind of be like or beat them, like in sprints and stuff like that.
Doubt.
So
competition is great, and that's what I would say that you've done a great job personally, because I feel like from that you've been able to see their impact on your life, because you'll have those questions like, hey, what's the draft look like? What does it look like in minor league ball? Like, and they're able to give you those suggestions or comments, and like, hey, what's a day in the life look like?
Yeah, and that was huge this year. Like being able to pick like off like Tyler Tolbert's brain or Gunnar Henderson's brain, just like on their thoughts and everything like that. So that was a huge thing. Garrett Whitlock gave me some good advice like that. So
come on.
Yeah.
And I'm not even involved in most of those conversations.
No.
It's just an organic conversation that happens in between speed work and strength work, or you're waiting on a training table for some rotator cuff work, and those conversations happen, which is really cool. But what I was going to say is you've done that with the other younger athletes, which I've seen, which has been amazing, because you're not only receiving the information, but you're able to give that back to the next generation, or the guys that are just a couple of years younger than you, because they look up to you. Yeah. You signed or committed to Tennessee at a young age, like that. You have a kind of a target on your back, but also a name for yourself. And so you've done a great job in the facility. That's really the main place that I've seen you. But like holding that with respect, but also humility, and also carrying that because you know that you hold weight and your words hold weight, and being able to give back to the next athletes in line. So that's been awesome to see. So I really appreciate you doing that here, because you're doing the same thing those pro guys are doing. Yes, sir.
Just passing it down. That's the goal. Yes, sir. I remember like even Sam Prater that's in there right now. Like I remember asking him for an autograph when I was like a little kid. You know what I mean? Now we're like lifting together. So it's just like it's just one of those things.
That's incredible.
Full circle moment,
Yeah. And that's what happens when you start at 12 years old. Here we are 18, 19 years old, and about to make a pretty significant life decision in the next couple of weeks, which is going to be really awesome and a great honor and a great position to be in. So, with I guess get into like the training side of it. So like most kids go to school 8 to 3. They do their training, their games afterwards. We're having, I would say, you and probably 7 to 10 high school guys, kind of youth all the way up, had that hybrid model or fully like homeschool model.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Like, what are the perks from if you're talking to an athlete that's in middle school or high school now, and then maybe even to their parents? Like, what does that look like, good, bad, and different?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot better for me to get in here and get going early in the morning. I think a lot of times at school, like you can kind of just sit there and kind of waste a lot of time. Like, so like I think I was just way more efficient with my time, being able to do a hybrid schedule and get my classes done online, whether it be in the morning or at night. But just being able to get all that done, like on whatever time it's kind of around my training schedule, to where I could get the most out of my training and get most out of everything like that.
Do you feel like, I mean, because you've had a lot of relationships with these perfect game events and PBR events and all that, like, and with your travel teams that you played for, if you had to give a percentage, like how many guys are doing that right now?
I would say probably like 40%. Like, a good bit of kids are doing it, just because they're trying to. I mean, other kids around the country are doing it. Like, if you look at kids that go to IMG or places like that,
Right.
I mean, they go to school for 3 hours a day, or 2 hours a day, and I mean, I don't know that for sure, but like I've kind of talked to some of them about that, and
right.
Not like a knock at that or anything, but like I don't know, it's just kind of like if you can compete with those guys like in your regular school, like training times like that, so I think it just kind of adds up, and that's why.
I think that the academy model.
Yeah, the academy
kind
model
of started in Europe and it's kind of merging its way over. I know it's big in soccer. There's a lot of facilities that are looking into that or doing that in the country here. We're looking at doing that at some point in the near future, and I think it works great. The vision for us is to have like a Christian-based curriculum. And then have the training side of it, the schooling, the practice skill specific, and then you head out at 2-3 o'clock and you've gotten everything that you need to have done, and don't have to worry about practices because it's already been done, and don't have to worry about getting indoctrinated with the wrong information from a government funded school, and you can get all on that bandwagon and talk about that. But it's been great to have you guys in the morning. I think that it's been outstanding for your development, and to be able to have those older guys to lean in on and ask questions too.
No, that was
had to have been awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you have Gunnar Henderson. What is he, like a two-time All-Star or whatever? Like
on the cover of MLB.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's crazy.
He's been in the league for 3 years and made All-Star game twice or something. I think that's what it was. I don't know, but I mean, just insane to be able to pick their brains and stuff like that. So
So Tennessee commit at an early age. You're a speed guy. The success that you've had early on. What I guess what are the sacrifices that you've made personally, that your family's made? I guess go through like the tough situations that you had to choose between like a vacation or hanging out with your friends and or going to this event. Like, what does that look like? What do the sacrifices look like? And also, what's the return on that investment?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest sacrifices in like the travel ball world is kind of like the route that everyone kind of has to take. I mean, you don't have to, but it's the best opportunity probably is to take the travel ball route. And through the summers, you kind of spend a lot of time away from home, and parents that take a lot of vacations and a lot of weekends, like traveling the country. So and you don't really have a summer. It's kind of just baseball. So I think those are one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest sacrifices I kind of made. But I think it really like kind of made my family grow closer because we're together for so long on the road and stuff like that. So I think it kind of turned into a positive, which was really good. And I think like at home, even like you can't really do the same things that other kids will want to do on a Saturday night or a Friday night. Just being committed to a big school, you can't really go out as much and stuff like that, like a normal high schooler you could say would. But I think those are the biggest sacrifices for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got a target on your back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you could lose
Yeah.
if you make a wrong decision.
I think so, yeah.
And even if you're at the house, I mean, we're in Hoover. You're in Hoover right now.
Yeah.
I go to Hoover High School or went to Hoover High School. And so, like, there's a bunch of tournaments actually hosted here in town.
Yeah.
So, like, even if you're at the house, it's like you can't really go out and spend a whole day at the lake knowing that you had some big event.
Exactly.
A bunch of scouts are going to show up the next
Yeah.
day. So, like, obviously, you're at a position right now where a lot of that has paid off. We're in a really good spot.
Yes, sir.
And so it's been fun to see, fun to be around. I know that there's sacrifices that TK, your mom, have made to get to this point. I mean, so Jaxson started in 2020. Speed agility was obviously his big thing. That's your biggest attribute of speed, as low as a 6'3", 60, and didn't start off like that.
Yes, sir.
Started off. I mean, you kind of knew which one your left and right foot was, and you could walk and chew gum at the same time. But we got a whole lot better with the speed and agility work,
Yes, sir.
and that's your biggest asset right now.
I really think I got in here at the right time where like my athletic ability could kind of shoot off, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like we got the ability to groove good patterns.
Yeah.
Puberty hits, testosterone hits, and then you're like have the foundation set, and then we can build from it. So like if you could put Jaxson Wood from middle school in a chair, sit him down, chat with him about your training side of it, about like what you didn't know in middle school, what you know now. I've graduated high school, about to go to the next level. Like what do you talk about? Like, hey, the sacrifices you're making now are going to pay off. Like, is it like, hey, keep your head on straight, like stick the course? I know you talked to consistency, which is a huge thing for me, and the discipline and consistency that I don't think too many people in general have, much less athletes. But like if I'm in that seat right now and I'm the 12-year-old Jaxson Wood, like what do you tell me?
Well, yeah, I would say I was gonna say that like stay consistent. Like if you come in here like consistently at a young age, it's gonna prove like you look back in a year or go a year ahead, you look back and you're gonna see how far you've come in a year if you just stay consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing. But also staying present in where you are.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Expand on that.
I think some younger kids, even myself included, you kind of want the results now, and you think that everything's like matters now. You know, like when you're young. I mean, it does, being like competitive and everything like that, but just knowing that in the long run, just staying consistent to the course, you're going to propel so much better than like other kids that aren't doing that. So.
Dude, that's so good.
Yeah.
Like, how did you figure that out? Like, I feel like you had that understanding young. Maybe you didn't. Maybe TK kind of got you.
I think it was just my parents. Yeah, like my parents just kind of like taught me that way, and it kind of just stuck. And yeah, I mean, even days that you don't want to come in, like just you gotta go.
Yeah.
So it's just like
There's like, it's like this. Saban talks about. It's like this illusion of choice. Like you don't really have a choice. It's like we're going to come in and we're going to get after it. We've made this decision to dedicate time, effort, energy into training and getting better. And days that don't feel great are the days when you actually make the most progress, because it's the ability to think about yourself a year out, 4 years out, 6 years out, and like honor that guy by the work that we're putting in today, because that's where true growth happens. And that's, again, like stacking bricks, putting days together. Like that's what I know from experience with you, that you have an understanding of that. So kudos to your dad, kudos to your family, because that's a big deal. And I think that's why you're sitting in this chair right now and have an opportunity that very, very few athletes have, that will come about in a couple of weeks of the draft. But obviously, I mean, even if the draft doesn't go the way you want, but like going to Tennessee, it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So plan A, that's the way I kind of look at it. So
come on with that. So expand on being present. Is there any practical ways that you've kind of been able to, because I felt like that's a big thing for me over the past year personally, and I've put a few things in place in my life, but like what have you done to be present and be where your feet are?
I think it's just kind of like, okay, you put in the work, you did all the stuff to get here. It's kind of like, okay, you're here now, and don't look back on anything else or look forward to like something else. Just be just being present just kind of helped me like stay more true to myself on the field, I think, for sure.
Dude, that's so good. What does that look like practically in the batter's box, or going into a game on Friday, having not played that great on Thursday, or like, give me like the mental side. If there's any like kind of nuggets or tricks that you've kind of developed over your career of like staying in the moment, staying present, and obviously this goes into like just life in general, but like practically in your sport, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can like segment certain things. Like you go look at the hole at bat. Like, okay, I'm gonna go get a hit right here. Like it's typically like it's not how it's gonna work out. Like you need to win every single pitch and be like you got to be on time for every single pitch like that. Like you need to compete. I think just pitch by pitch is kind of like how I've kind of sent that. Like instead of being like at bat to at bat, like you've kind of been pitch to pitch. Like you know what I mean?
Pitch has a life of its own.
Exactly. Yeah. So
that's good. So, a couple weeks away from reporting to Tennessee.
Yeah.
I guess 3 weeks away from draft. Like, what's mentally like? Can you even wrap your mind around like what's going to happen over the next like 3 to 4 weeks, next month? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, it just I'm just working hard for whatever happens. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just in here every day, hitting every day, fielding every day, just getting ready for what could be next. Whatever's next, I just know it's gonna be God's plan, and that's it. I mean, so
putting your head down and staying consistent. Yeah. So God's plan. Talk about the faith side of it. How does your faith kept you grounded, rooted? Like you're like to me, you've been the number one athlete from a young age, being the same guy.
Yes,
like
sir.
You commit to Tennessee. You're kind of working your way up draft boards. Like you're at top of the rankings on PBR and Perfect Game. You have in the running for Mr. Baseball. Like the whole thing. Like, how do you stay grounded? How do you stay the same guy? Because I don't think if I were to come in and not know who you are, I would never know that you have those accolades. Never know that you have that behind your name. So, like, what from the faith side of it? How does that keep you grounded and rooted?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me was just like everything kind of happens for a reason, and everything that God gives you is for basically His platform for. Or I use my platform to spread His name, like that. So I think that's just kind of how I look at it, and everything happens for a reason. Whether you don't make an event or you make an event, just everything happens for a reason, and that's just kind of how I stay the course, I think. So
come on, man. Yeah. So last couple things, what has this process revealed in you? Like the whole vision of this podcast is faith, grit, and legacy. Like, what has it revealed in you? What type of legacy do you want to leave behind to the next generation? We already talked about that a little bit with you communicating with the next guys in line. Like, what's your situation's like right now? The good, the bad, the ugly about it. What has it revealed in you personally? What do you feel like has came out? Like, what has like been refined in you through this whole process?
Yeah, I think just working hard every single day and staying humble about it, though, because in a matter of instant, like the game can humble you, or like life can humble you, you know. So it's just like being very humble but hardworking at the same time, I think will propel anyone the right way. I think that's kind of where I'm at on it. I mean, So
this year you get hit in the face.
Yeah.
With a fastball.
Yeah. So
high and in, thought it was going to be a breaking ball, wasn't a breaking ball, smokes you in the face. So you're out. So that's like a legitimately hard time.
Yeah.
Surgery was probably on the docket, didn't have surgery.
Yeah, I didn't have surgery, no.
You had
with the
I know, I like the mask.
You had the Bane, like, face mask.
Yeah.
So tell me about that, because I know you told me a while back that your power actually went up.
Yeah.
Your average was higher, I think, maybe during that window. Like, tell me how that, I mean, pain, tough time, whatever you want to call it. Like, how did that, like, just tell me about the whole process. Like, describe getting hit by the pitch and rolling over. There's like freaking blood everywhere.
I know. So, I mean, I was in the box and like I got hit, but like my adrenaline was so high that like I didn't really like, I was like, did I hit my helmet or like did I hit my nose? And I look down and like there's just a bunch of blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that wasn't my
I guess it
helmet.
was just like instinct to like kind of like look down and like I had like blood just coming from my nose. And I just kind of like everyone's like, oh, stay there, like, and I just kind of like walked off the field, I guess. But I went to the ER right from there. But basically, I mean they.
So you sat out for
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks or
No.
not
So
even?
so what happened was like I sat out the next morning. I didn't play the next game. But then I went to a doctor. I guess we didn't have a game for a few days after that. I went to a doctor the next day, and he was kind of like, I mean, you're gonna have to have surgery probably. If you want your nose to be like straight again. And I was just like, well, I was like, okay, thank you.
You said I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, thank you. Went to another doctor and he was like, oh, you'll be fine. Like, there's nothing wrong. We did all X-rays and everything. Nothing really wrong. Like,
So always get a second opinion.
yeah, always get a second opinion. Yeah. And my nose is pretty straight, I think. But
I think it's pretty good. I
yeah. But yeah, I never got a surgery or anything. He was like, okay, like you can play if you have this mask on. So I put the mask on, played the rest of the season. And my numbers actually went through the roof after I put that mask on.
Crazy.
So it's just kind of crazy, yeah.
So, and then we kind of realized through that you
Yeah.
have a right eye motor eye
Yeah.
through motor preference. So, shout out to motor preference.
Yeah.
Right eye motor eye. So he's here. So he's going to perceive all his information from his back eye. So correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong, but with the mask, you had to kind of turn your face a little bit more towards the
Yeah.
pitcher, so you can perceive.
And I
better
saw
with
the
that
spin
right
better.
side.
I saw everything better, and that kind of just helped me like throughout the whole rest of the season.
And so now,
yeah.
just keep wearing the mask.
Yeah, I know. I wish.
People up in Tennessee, I have to wear this.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing's wrong with me.
Yeah. Is there a reason you're wearing this or no? Just yeah.
That's cool, man. I just think that's just a testament to your resiliency
Yeah.
and finding a way.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Because no growth happens without obstacles.
Yeah.
So being able to show that you have that grit, that tenacity, and that like, whether it was right, wrong, or different, you didn't go the surgery route. You didn't do all
Yeah.
that. You're like, hey, I'm about to get out there and play. I'm not going to sit out any time. Wear
Yeah.
this mask, and then your numbers actually jump up, which is crazy. And it's always trying to figure out a way to learn. So the learning
Yeah.
moment in that was one.
I think staying present is a big thing in that too. So yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So being able to show that you're learning in that, you learn by turning your face a little bit more,
Yeah.
and so now the average goes up. We can perceive better, and so hopefully you're making better decisions on each pitch and all that.
Yeah.
So it's worked out. So yeah, man. I just thank you very much for being on the podcast
Yeah,
today.
thank you
This
for
is
having me on
awesome. I just want to brag on you. Again, you're one of the top 3 athletes to ever come over to Tenza Performance from a consistency perspective, and that's paid off big time.
Thank you.
I know there's been a lot of haters, a lot of guys that said you couldn't get to this point.
Yes, sir.
But you've used that to your advantage. Like,
Yeah, I think it just puts an extra chip on your shoulder, but that's
That's
yeah,
right.
So.
I mean, hey, you didn't get selected for this elite camp or this clinic or this team. Like, but I guess before we close, like, tell me how that resolve or how that like chip on your shoulder, you say, like,
Yeah.
got you over the hump to get you where we are right now. How'd you use that as a positive?
I mean, I think it just makes you work a little harder. Like you just like think you know you should be there, but you're just not. So it just makes you work a little bit harder and makes you have a little bit more focus into the next game or next training sessions like that. So I mean, it just kind of makes you better at the end of the day. So
Come on, man, prove them wrong,
Yeah.
or actually not even proving them wrong, but proving yourself right.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So pumped for you, man. Glad to have you. And then one thing, I mean, whether we leave this on the podcast or not, I mean, I tell this to everybody leaving for college for the first time. You have the opportunity to go make whatever you want to make of Jaxson Wood.
Yeah,
And keep your faith number one. Make sure you make right decisions. Typically, if you stand your ground for the first 3 to 4 weeks, everybody's going to have a good understanding of who you are, what you stand for, that your faith is first. Because there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's women, it's everywhere.
I know it.
And so with NIL and all that, I'm sure it's even more than it was whenever I was coming through and playing at Alabama and seeing a little bit in the pro world. But like, I think one of the best things that you can do in life is move away. Getting out of the house. Not saying that there's anything wrong with your house, because I think your parents are amazing. But you get to to be your own person, and
Yeah.
that can be good or bad. And so,
Yes, sir.
standing your ground at the very beginning and making sure that you keep your faith number one, and that that's unwavering is something that you need to make sure happens, and
Sir.
that'll allow everything else to flow from it. Because you do have an incredible platform. You have an incredible story. You're going to have an incredible testimony, and it's just getting started.
Yes,
So
sir.
the best
I
is yet to
appreciate
come.
that. Yes, sir.
Come on, dude.
Well, yeah, thank you for having me on the podcast.
Heck yeah, dude. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.